All right, we're looking at slope-intercept form of the equation of a line. So we have y is equal to mx plus b, where m is our slope and b is our y-intercept. So let's look at what the slope is for a line. Well, the slope is equal to vertical change over horizontal change. So when we're looking at the line, we'll see movement going vertical, horizontal, all the way through the line. Now, let's look at our y-intercept. Y-intercept is given by b. Notice I circled the sign and the letter. So if we're going to look at this line on a graph, okay, my y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. And we know that on the y-axis, x is equal to 0, and so our y-intercept can be given by the point 0, comma, b. Now we're going to look at using slope and intercept to graph some lines. So first I'm going to draw my axes on here. Since I don't have any, I'm going to draw my x, and I'll draw my y. Okay, now I need to identify my slope. Well, slope is a thing in front of x, and so if it doesn't give me one, I can put a 1 there. So that means my vertical change is positive, so I'm going to go up 1. My horizontal change is positive, so I'm going to go to the right. My starting point is my y-intercept. So this is the point on the line where I begin. So I start at the origin, and I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, and put my y-intercept. And from that point, I'm going to do the slope, which tells me to go up 1 over 1. And I could keep going up 1 over 1. Let's look at this example. The slope is 2, and I want it to be a fraction because I want vertical and horizontal change. So I'm going to put it over 1. So this means I'm going to go up 2 and to the right 1. Let me draw my axes on here. And just like last time, we're going to start at the y-intercept, which is -2. So starting from the origin, I'm going to go down 2 and put a point. And then from there, I'm going to do my slope, which says to go up 1, 2 over 1, put a point, up 1, 2 over 1, put a point. And then I'm going to connect the line. Now let's look at the slope of this is 2 1/2. The 1 got cut off. So m equals 2 1/2. Well, it's kind of hard to graph 2 1/2 using triangles, vertical and horizontal, so I'm going to convert that to a mixed number. So m is equal to 5 over 2. Now this tells me that I'm going to have a vertical change of 5 and a horizontal change of 2. So let me go here and make my axes. Okay, and I'm going to start with my y-intercept, which is at -4. So I'm going to start at the origin and go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and put my point. And from there, I'm going to do the slope, which says to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1, 2. And draw my line. Now let's look at our last example. slope is 2 over 5. So m equals 2 over 5. That means I'm going to go up 2 and to the right 5. And we're going to start with, oh, let's make some axes first. Okay, now we're going to start with our y-intercept, -3. So starting at the origin, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 and put my point. And from there I'm going to do the slope, which is up 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to use the given slope and intercept to write the equation of a line. So let me get my black. Remember that we have y equals mx plus b. So when we're writing these, we're just going to fill in our m and b. Y equals 2x plus 4. Here, y equals -3x minus 5. Here, y equals 2 3/4 x minus 2. And lastly, y equals -x or -1x plus 3. I'm going to write the slope from the graph. So we need to know two things, our y-intercept and our slope. So I'm going to find my y-intercept. This is a horrible graph, but here's our origin. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. So my y-intercept is at 3. So b equals 3. And I'm going to count my slope. And so I want to get back to the line, but I can only move in triangles. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. I went back 2 and I went down 2. So my slope is -2 over -2, which is +1. So y equals 1x, or just x, plus 3. Now on this problem, my y-intercept is right here at the 3, so b equals 3. But if you notice, this is a flat line, so I don't have vertical or horizontal change here. So my slope here is 0. So y equals 3. Last line we're going to look at, start at the origin. I'm going to find my y-intercept, which went down 1, so b is -1. And from there I'm going to get from this point to this point, but I can only move in triangles, so up 1, 2 over 1. So we went up 2 over 1. So up is positive, to the right is positive, so m is equal to +2 over 1, or just 2. So y equals 2x minus 1. Alright, the last thing we're going to look at today is if the ordered pair lies on the graph of the equation. If the ordered pair lies on the graph, we call it a solution. To the equation. So just for a visual, if I have a line and I have a point on the graph, that is a solution to the equation. If I have a point over here which is not on the graph, this is not a solution. So not a solution. This point on the line is a solution. So let's put that in a circle, not a solution. All right, if we want to know if something's a solution, remember that we have xy pairs. We just need to plug it in and see if our left-hand side comes out equal to the right-hand side. So here's my y, and I'm going to plug it in there. Here's my x, and I'm going to plug it in there. So I have -7 equal to -3 times 2 minus 1, and this is a question. All right, so is -7 equal to -6 minus 1? -7 equals -7, so this is a point on the line. Now let's look at the next example. Again, I'm going to take my y and plug it in where the y is. I'm going to take my x and plug it in where the x is, and we're going to see if this is true. Is -2 equal to 5 times -8 plus 2? And this is a question. So -2 equal to -40 plus 2. Okay, so we have, is -2 equal to -38? Nope. So this is a point off of the line. And let's look at, this is x, this is y. So is 3 times 5 equal to -0 plus 15? Question. Line down for my equal sign. All right, 3 times 5 is 15. And -0 is just 0, so is 15 equal to 15? Yes. And that means that the point is on the line.